How's it going, YouTube? It's Jafer, and I am sitting next to the new Corsair K70 RGB MK.2 low profile rapid fire mechanical gaming keyboard. Oh my god, let me get a glass of water. What a name, right? So with this new keyboard, it's identical to their ever popular K70 keyboards, but instead of having your standard MX cherry switches, you now have, let me pull this keycap off, your speed switches. And with that, it still has the cherry stem, but they're now with a like almost like a cylinder, a barrel. Right there you can see a little better. And with that, everything is smaller. That includes the switch itself, the keycaps, as well as the keyboard. It's 29 millimeters high. According to Corsair, their average keyboard is, 40 millimeters. So if you're someone that really does want to keep everything at a minimum, this might be the keyboard for you. Other than, of course, the length of it, because it is a full-size keyboard. It does have all of your standard key switches, except it does not have any macros lined up. So unlike, what is it, the K95, that Goliath of a keyboard, that does not have it for this one. You do, however, get your standard media controls, and your media controls are going to have your mute, your scroll wheel, which always feels really nice. There's like some nice tension to it. It's not just loose and flailing around. You have your indicators, of course, your Corsair logo. This is like always one of my favorite things about the Corsair keyboards is just that logo at the top. It just always looks so sharp. And then you have a couple things. You have your like game mode lock. So you hit the padlock button there, and it's going to lock the keyboard into a game mode, and it'll prevent you from accidentally hitting Windows. And then you also have your light. This is basically going to give you 3 different levels of brightness, or you can just turn off the RGB altogether. And then you have a profile button here. The keyboard itself has 8 megabytes. Oh my god, I haven't said megabytes in a long time. 8 megabytes of internal storage, so that way if you take this anywhere, you do have the option of having 3 different profiles, and you'll see it in blue, red, or green. Okay, and outside of that, you have a plastic wrist strap that has like a little bit of a film on it, like a grip film. It feels nice. I mean, it's definitely not the best out there on the industry, but the fact that they include it in the keyboard is always a solid buying decision, because not very many keyboards come with a wrist strap, as well as additional keys. These are the popular, if you've ever bought a Corsair keyboard, they usually come with these. They're first-person shooter MOBA keycaps. That's what they market them as. Essentially, they just replace the existing keycaps that you would normally use in those genres of games with a diamond pattern. So it's going to offer a little bit more grip. And if you're not super comfortable with gaming on a keyboard without looking at it, having the grip keycaps will definitely help indicate where your finger's at any moment. So that's really nice, and it comes with the tool to help you with that. And really, I just had the Ducky back here for comparison. The Ducky's my go-to keyboard right now. I don't play Fortnite, no, but it is a really nice keyboard, and the size comparison is definitely there. So, as well as really the keycaps themselves. These are standard keycaps. These are the HyperX putting keycaps that I did a review on. I'll leave a link at the end of the video, compared to the super thin, low-key keycaps. So they definitely made a drastic decision in the shape and size of the keycaps. As far as actually gaming, I mean, it sounds good. No issues at all. I don't really feel any wiggle. So that's really nice. Compared to your standard Cherry MX, sometimes there will be some wiggle within the keycaps themselves. The spacebar itself feels solid. It feels a little soft at some point, so it's not completely mechanical to me. I think that's really in part due to these new speed switches. They just kind of almost feel like there's an O-ring to them a little bit. And then here's the enter, your shift. So yeah. And no, someone left a comment before that I should actually act like I'm typing. No, I don't care. You can definitely make out what the keycaps sound like if I'm just jamming away on the keyboard. Anyway, this is the keyboard itself, and my final thoughts are, do I recommend it? And I say yes, at the price that's at right now. So if you guys are in need of a gaming keyboard, jump on it. Corsair's website right now has it for $90. I bought it at Best Buy beginning of last week for the same price, 90 bucks. This is normally a $180 keyboard. So if you do need a keyboard and you're okay with a full size, get on this now. So if it's available on Amazon as well, I'll leave a link in the description. But either way, this is a great value, and I'm curious as to why Corsair has it on sale for such a low price. It might be because it's just not really, I don't know what to say. It might not be catching on to the gaming community. You know, we've kind of found it just completely fine having normal keycaps. And so with the low profile, people might just be a little skeptical in using it. I didn't really necessarily have a problem with using this when I played PUBG as well as Siege. My only issue is that sometimes I could feel the cylinder, like the barrel of the stem, kind of rubbing up against the actual body of the Switch. So that felt kind of weird. Like you can feel the plastic on plastic. And I played with the new Razer switches that have not a circular design, but it's kind of boxed. But it's similar in the fact that there's more plastic, and I didn't feel that with the Razer. I only felt it with this and these new switches. So when you do get your keyboard, make sure that's something that you can get used to, because it's hard for me to get used to it. And I did end up going back to my Ducky 1.2 Mini. But other than that, if you guys have any questions at all, please leave a comment below. And if you liked the video, I'm sorry it's kind of a rough video. I just kind of threw my thoughts together on my GoPro here, but I wanted to share them with you. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Other than that, you guys have a good one, and thank you very much for watching.